Hey everyone,
Hey everyone,
happy Boxing Day.
happy Boxing Day, Simon. I have just like my whole setup is just falling to pieces just as we went live. Like my holding arm for my phone just fell
Did it
down.
come crashing down?
So I really do apologize.
That's all right. I just noticed as well, I just looked down and B Jam's here. I haven't seen B Jam forever. So hello, and it's lovely to see you. Merry Christmas and Merry Christmas to everyone that's here. I'm just going to do a quick a welcome and hello. So Sandra was the first one in. Merry Christmas, Sandra, and it's lovely to see you here. Then we've got Caroline and Joanne. And we've got Becky. Nice to see you, Becky. Gruen. We've got Elemental Cartomancy.
Hey,
And Jenna. Hello, Jenna. Happy Boxing Day, she says. And happy Boxing Day to you too. And I know Boxing Day isn't a huge thing, if a thing at all in the States, but happy Sunday if not. And we've got Deanne. Hello, Deanne. Nice to see you. Patrice. Hello, Patrice. So many people here already. The party has started. Merry Christmas to you and Vanetta. Nice to see you here. As I said, B Jam. And Kim. Kim, thank you for your card. It came today. Well, I was going to say it came today. It didn't. It must have come Christmas Eve after I left, but I got it today. Look how cool that is for a Christmas card.
oh that's pretty cool.
Isn't that
Especially the
amazing?
keyboard.
Yeah, naughty or nice. I'm not going to get it back in now. It'll probably come crashing down. Inked Witchy Girl and Denise, Donna, Rachel, Gerald's here. Hello, Gerald. Ox, Mika. I think that's how you say your name. Not seen you before, but welcome. Angelic Michelle, Nancy, Marianne, and the Curated Self, Elizabeth, Shanti, Pamela, Scott. Hello, Scott. Nice to see you. And Elf and Philmine. I think I've caught up on Lisa Amber, Butterfly Moore, and Bersetti has just arrived. So welcome to everybody.
Yeah, hey everyone and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah. We were just talking, weren't we, before whether you're still saying Merry Christmas on Boxing Day, but I think we do because it still feels very festive, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think prolong it as long as we choose to, as long as we can, as long as we like to. So definitely Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope everyone's having an amazing time.
Yeah, I think as well, particularly over here, Boxing Day is part of the Christmas package, isn't it? We have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day. And Boxing Day is almost like Christmas Day 2.0. So sometimes, particularly if people are in couples, you'll split those days, won't you? Well, we'll go to your parents on Christmas Day and we'll go to your parents on Boxing Day.
Right.
So you just find that you just kind of have two Christmas days.
Yeah, so we kind of do it. We do one on Christmas Day and one on New Year's Day rather than Boxing Day.
Right.
So we'll go over at Sandy's folks on New Year's Day.
Okay.
So we
That's
stretch it out
cool.
over a week, never mind 2 days.
Yeah. You see, in my family, and I don't know if I said this last year, but New Year isn't a thing at all. My parents hate New Year completely.
Oh,
Just they go to bed at 9. They find it quite a sad thing. It feels kind of
right.
sad. Should old acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind, and all that. And they just see it as like the poor relation to Christmas. Nobody says, "Hey, it's 3 weeks till New Year's Day." But everybody says, it's 2 weeks to Christmas. But I
Right.
guess for you, because Scotland do New Year, on a grand scale, don't they? Although this
Yeah.
year, I've seen the news, I know all the Hogmanay kind of stuff is being downplayed, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So they're not doing any kind of a like big parties or anything, any big gatherings in town, or no one's putting anything on. But they're not stopping people from doing like their own private stuff, like their own within their family. And Hogmanay, which is what we call New Year's Eve, is my dad's birthday.
Oh,
And my dad turns 60 on Friday, so he does. So we're actually going over to my dad's to celebrate his 60th birthday with him. And we call it the bells when it hits midnight on New Year. We'll spend the bells there. So yeah, we like to we do. Have you heard of first footing? Have I
yes.
mentioned this before?
Is
So we
that where
do.
somebody goes out one door and comes in the other? Do they carry a piece of coal?
Yeah, so I think that's the kind of an old tradition, but I think now people just do it with something, food or drink. The tradition is you don't turn up. You can't if you're the first person to chap someone's door on New Year's Day, you can't turn up empty-handed. It's bad luck. Um, so like usually it's my poor old dad. It's his birthday as well, but usually it's him that will go out, wait for the bells, and then come in with like a bottle of champagne or something like that. Um, I
That's
remember
so
one
cool.
year my old neighbour just randomly chapped my door at 3 in the morning with a packet of sausages. It was the most random thing, and I felt so bad because I didn't like have anything for him. So I was like, "Hold on a wee second," and I went and grabbed like biscuits or something and pretty much threw them at him.
Well, when I was a kid, we used to have New Year's Eve parties, like relatives. Like I say, my parents wouldn't, but they used to say it had to be a dark-haired man, and you used to have to go come in through the back door and leave through the front door, or one or the other. And it was like
Right,
marking, saying goodbye to one year and bringing in the new year.
right,
But you
okay,
used to have to carry a piece of coal. And
right,
they got me to
yeah.
do it once at my great auntie's. We went for New Year and they put this piece of coal in my hand. And because I'd got dark hair, they made me go out one of the doors and in the other doors. And I'm like, what am I doing? But so yeah,
Yeah,
it's nice to hear all the different traditions though, I think.
yeah.
It's how people do.
It's really nice.
Bijan's pot, I used to go out and have a banging night, not these. I'm the same. We we used to go out probably in my 20s every New Year's Eve. And walk back. We used to go to Derby, which was about 5 miles away to the city where I used to live, and you could never get a taxi on New Year's Eve once you come out of the clubs and things. So we used to walk, and it used to take us till about 5 in the morning walking back from. We got chased by a herd of cows once as well, which was the scariest thing ever because it was
Right.
pitch black. And my mate said, "Can you hear that drumming?" And I was listening. I was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's getting louder and louder." And it was a herd of cows running down that must have escaped or been let out of a field.
Oh
And
my
we just
goodness.
jumped into a ditch. And all these cows, like out of a film, went past. So it was like, oh, wow. So we got back on the road and started walking again. And the sound came again. And because there was a car coming from the other direction, it made them all turn and run back. So we had to
Right.
jump down the ditch again to get out of the way of these herd of cows. It was the most surreal thing ever.
Yeah. See, cows are normally quite gentle unless they have young. One of the
It
one of
tastes
the
like
one of the
fart.
parts of my jobs, one of the interesting parts of my jobs is dealing with people that have been injured by animals. And believe it or not, I have had someone before who's been injured by a cow, so I've kind of learned some stuff about it. So yeah, usually you find they're all right unless they've got young, in which case they turn very defensive, like a lot of animals.
Yeah. I
But
think it
no,
was because and they were literally because I used to live on a little small holding. This was going back to like I moved there in 94 and
right,
left about 98, I think. Um, and our nearest neighbor was a quarter of a mile away, but we was on this really long road. It was 2 or 3 miles long. But there was nowhere to go. So these cows were running towards it. The only way we could get out of the way was to jump into the ditch and let them just run past. But it's the freakiest thing. I've never forgotten it. My mate still goes on about. Do you remember when I was chased by the cows?
yeah, that's not something I would forget in a hurry. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I've seen Nerys Wicken 222's popped in, and I've not
Oh,
seen
hey,
Nerys in ages.
Maurice.
So hi Nerys, I just wanted to say hello. It's lovely to see you. Hope you and Caleb are doing okay.
And so I should know this, but is Boxing Day celebrated down under, Nerys, in New Zealand or Australia? Do you know? Because I know that we've got the same monarch and all that sort of thing. I wondered if any of the traditions still happen down there. Oh, have you got a festive drink?
I do. I've
I was
got,
just about
well,
to-
I
no.
mean, the drink itself is just good old rosy wine, but it's in a festive glass. It's in a Santa glass. What about you, Simon? What have you got?
Well, I've got my traditional Baileys, but it's a flavoured Baileys, and it's the orange truffle, and it is so good. It is really,
Sounds,
really gorgeous.
it
My
sounds
sister, I
delicious.
had one years ago when it first came out. Then it disappeared for quite a few years. And then my sister said to me the other day when I went to visit her, she's like, "Oh, the orange truffle Baileys is back. Do you want to try some?" So I had a little bit, and I was like, "I've got to get some." So, cheers.
They were drinking this. I was driving yesterday, so I wasn't drinking. Plus, I'd had my booster the day before, and I was feeling a wee bit shitty. But they were drinking these different liqueurs. One of them was like strawberry flavored. It was basically like strawberry milkshake. And there was another one that was Hotel Chocolat, white
Okay.
chocolate liqueur,
Mm.
and they said it was just like drinking liquid white chocolate, but it wasn't sickly sweet like you would imagine it would be. It was so easy to drink and beautiful. I was really jealous. I wanted
You
to
see,
try some.
you're a white chocolate lover, aren't you? I remember you saying
Yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I really am. I've been funnily enough. What I've been eating today is for breakfast. I had the Lindt white chocolate, the Lindt kind of chocolate balls.
Mhm.
I had the white chocolate ones. And for lunch, I had a Terry's chocolate orange, white chocolate snowball thing.
Wow.
So, so yeah, that I really am a white chocolate lover,
I got a
definitely.
Terry's chocolate orange yesterday.
Mm.
I hadn't had one for years. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's retro." Um, Neris said, yes, they do Boxing Day down under, and it's the day of the sales. So
Right, same as us
pretty
then.
much like this. But I don't think ours are going to really start until tomorrow. With it falling on a Sunday, lots
Right.
of shops decided to stay closed today in England. I don't know if
Ah,
that's the
okay.
same in Scotland, but I know
I'm
like
not sure.
Sainsbury's wasn't open, and so many shops are shut.
Right. I'm
So,
not sure if it's I've not crossed the door today. Not been out at all.
haven't you?
So yeah. To be honest, we said we would make a point in ignoring the like any big crowds. So Boxing Day sales are out of the question. To be honest, going to wrap ourselves up in cotton wool for the next couple of weeks, I think, because we don't want to get COVID before the wedding.
Yeah, well, you've got to be really careful, haven't you?
Yeah.
So we said we'd do this morning, and I got home this afternoon about three o'clock, something like that. And then I was putting all my clothes into the washer, unpacking all the gifts and things, running around, and I slumped onto the couch. I put my slanket over me, and I was like, I don't want to do anything now for hours. I can't move. I felt like yesterday I ran a marathon. It's just, and I thought, do you know
Right.
what? I've gone from eating pigs in blankets to becoming a pig in a blanket. It was like I just couldn't move. There I was with this slanket, and I was like, oh gosh. So I can
Uh,
relate to not wanting to do anything today.
yeah. No, I can definitely empathise with that. I think a lot of us probably can. We all eat. So it's as Andy was saying earlier on, he's been cold all day today, and he was like, "I don't know why I'm so cold." And then he was like, "Do you know, it'll be all the calories that he's had yesterday. They kind of heat your body up, and then all of a sudden today, like there's like a pure calorie deficit, so your body's like searching for all these calories, and you feel freezing."
Yeah. And I do have to be careful because, I'm a former diabetic. I'm off all medication and everything now,
Right,
but, I
right.
was diabetic and I was on medication, metformin and everything. But so I do have to be careful. And I can always tell when I'm having too much sugary stuff, because I
Right,
go a little
okay.
bit starry eyed and that sort of thing. So I try not to have, even though I'm having like Bailey's this, I try not to have too much chocolate and stuff. But it's just the fact that we have a breakfast and then we have a huge Christmas dinner. And then in the evening, my parents do a buffet, you know, and it's just like, you feel like there's a couple of hours in between eating. And then, you know, I had a dinner before I left because they insisted, you know, no, we're gonna have a cooked meal before you go. And I just got home and I was like, oh, if I don't eat for the next week, it's absolutely fine.
My friend uses this expression, what is it? Living off your hump. And it's basically like you've eaten so much at one point, you've got a wee hump belly and you can just live off your hump for a while.
Yeah,
Um, like that's what she says. Sometimes that's what I do if I don't feel like having dinner because I've eaten too much. I'm like, "Ah, I'll just live off my hump."
yeah.
Sounds quite rude, but there's absolutely no rudeness behind it. Like it's just like the food that you've eaten.
Yeah. Yeah. Bijan put something on Facebook this afternoon of his cat that was like, couldn't move because it was so
Yeah,
still,
CC.
CC. Yeah. And I was like, I can so relate.
I think
I
we
feel
all
like that cat
can.
right now. So, how was your Christmas anyway?
It was really, really good. I had such a good day. Um, like my gran passed away in August, so this was the first Christmas since she passed. Obviously, the first Christmas without her. So do you know that way? Like, I wasn't sure how it was going to be. I was a bit worried that it was going to be kind of I don't know, just maybe a wee bit sad because she wasn't there. But we just had such a great time, and just like it's not like we were talking about her and stuff because my mum um it was my mum that put on Christmas dinner and that, right? And my mum kept saying, look, we were all sitting like that. We'd had like three massive courses. We were all sitting like, cannot eat another thing. And my mum's like, do you want some wee chocolates? Well, I go and put on some mince pies. Do you want this? Do you want that? And we're like, oh my God, it's like she's still here. Stop trying to feed us. Because that's what my gran was like. Like, you couldn't go into my gran's house and not have something to eat. She'd constantly just be like, she would be offering you, like, do you want a wee bit of French toast? Do you want a wee panini? Do you want a wee sandwich? As if it's like, it's just something that she'll grab out the cupboard and throw your way, like just offering you all this stuff. Like she's a real feeder. And like my mum just really just really took that on this year. So it was like, oh, stop. Like it's like she's still here with us.
Yeah.
So
That's,
like it wasn't sad. It was
mm,
funny. So it was, and we just had a great time.
oh, that's really good.
What
Because,
about you?
yeah, well, I mean, it's funny when you said that because I can always remember we usually eat out Christmas Day, and that was because my nana died. Gosh, 1995, and I can always remember my mum said this Christmas, I can't bear the thought, of having Christmas with my mum because it was my mum's chair sitting empty. So we decided to change it up and have Christmas out, and all
Right.
go out for Christmas dinner, which we did from 1995 until last year. So last year we were forced to not go because everything's shut because of the COVID situation. But this year, because my mum, she got out of hospital on Christmas Eve, we really didn't think she'd be home this Christmas because on the Thursday, which was the 23rd,
Mm.
my stepdad got to the hospital, was just pulling into the car park, and he got a call from them to say, your wife can come home. So he was like, brilliant, I'm here now, so I'll take her home. So they was getting all the discharge papers ready, and they got her dressed. And she was so excited. She was like, "Oh, I'm going to be home for Christmas. Not going to miss anything." And then the doctor came and said, "I need a word to my stepdad." He said, "We can't let her go home." Just had a look at her nose. She should have been on a drip all week because she's got damage to her kidneys. And he was like, well, "Why isn't she then? She's been here 5 days. Why isn't she on a drip?" And it was an oversight. So then they had to go and tell my mum she couldn't come home. So she was devastated. So
So,
they put her straight onto a drip. There was given her loads of water to drink. And the next day he went back, which was Christmas Eve afternoon. And, he wasn't happy, but they came and they said, right, we've took more bloods this morning because she's been on a drip for like 16 hours. The kidneys are now borderline, but you know, still not good. And he was like, oh, and they said, but good news is we're going to let her go home, but she must come back in 2 weeks and see the doctor, and we need to check her kidneys and a few further blood tests.
Yeah.
But then he had to wait 4 hours for the pharmacy to get all the meds and everything. So, but all that aside, she got home about 6:30 Christmas Eve evening. So was able to make a bit of a fuss, you know, and it was lovely, because the thought of everybody coming on Christmas Day, my sisters and nieces and all that, and my mum not being there, just it wouldn't have been the same. So
Yeah.
it was just a massive relief. So we had a nice day to the three of us, and then in the afternoon everybody arrived, and there was 18 of us all in all Christmas Day from about 3:30, and games for the kids, you know, and then there was a buffet in the evening. And yeah, my mum on Christmas Day with everybody there, she looked the best she's looked for months. Do you know what I mean? She
Right. Okay.
just responded and fed off that sort of energy of having all the family around her. So that was nice. So, and then today we just had a quiet. She slept. She was very tired. It took it out of her yesterday. So
Yeah.
she didn't get up till about 10 o'clock this morning. I was up for about 7. So yeah, we just had dinner together and then I came home. But it was nice. It was a nice family day, which is what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's lovely. That's really good.
Yeah. So how was everybody else's Christmas? And did we get any cool gifts? Before we talk about decks, I don't even know if you got any decks, Chris. But I'm like, before we
Got a couple. Yeah.
oh cool. But any cool gifts? Did you? And I remember I asked you last year, and I think you said you got a coffee maker. Was that right?
Yeah. Yeah. That well remembered, by the way. Yeah, that's what I got last year. What did I get this year? I got quite a bit of clothes this year, actually. This hoodie and the t-shirt I'm wearing under it is new. I got, oh gosh, what else? I got some shoes, some new shoes. Some nice smart shoes, some nice wee kind of a sandal type shoes for wearing about the house. Um, yeah, I got a tarot deck which I'll show soon. This is from Sandy. Um, gosh, sweets, just the usual kind of stuff. I get new earphones, new wireless earphones. I use them when I'm working to
Oh, cool.
for the phone. Um, just because I need to be listening all the time because it's like a live line and calls come straight through. So I need something that I can have in my ears all the time.
Do you have one of those
Um,
just over one ear?
I do have one of them, but it's wired and there's
Right.
something wrong with the wire. People can't hear me when I'm speaking, so I've started using my own wireless headphones, just like these. Um, so I just connect up to. It's just a smartphone that I use, so I just connect up to it with that, and I can just sit with it in. It's not uncomfortable in my ears or anything. So I got new ones of them because one of the ears isn't working in that, and then that just does my box in. Um, yeah, just bunch of stuff, but nothing overly out there or exciting or anything like that. What about
Sometimes
you?
it's just nice having a bunch of stuff in it. Lots of little
Yeah,
things to open, I think.
yeah,
I
definitely.
love it.
Got some books too.
Um, Angelic Michelle got some decks for herself. I did that too. I got
Oh,
decks. Um, what did Laurie say? I got a proper microphone for YouTube videos, so that's cool.
oh, nice, Laurie.
Um, and Debbie got a coffee maker too this year.
Oh, lovely. Very nice.
Sandra got decks, chocolates, earphones. Earphones are popular this year. Earphones and some money. Trying to see if there's any more gifts that people are sharing. Hi June, just seen that June's here. Nice to see you.
Hey, June.
Snowstorm. Wow.
Oh dear. Oh, black ice. There's nothing worse.
Patrice got the Afro Tarot 2 for Christmas. She did a reading for Vanetta with it last night, and we both love it. What a wonderful deck.
Oh wow, that's really cool, Patrice.
Is that the one you've got, Chris?
No, no, I don't have the Afro Tarot too.
Don't you?
I don't think so, no. That's terrible, isn't it? I can't even remember what decks
I
I've
don't
got.
think so. You sound like me. Don't think I've got that one. Oh, hold on a minute. Just check live, babe. I do have that one.
Yeah, exactly. I was so this was a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember why I was going through my Libib. I was looking for my hashtag only 10 and I thought I'll be easier just going through Libib and finding my 10. And I came across this one. Can I even remember what it was now? The Lumina. I came across Lumina Tarot and I was like, what the hell is the Lumina Tarot? I couldn't for the life of me remember, and I actually had to
By
go
Inner Hue.
through. Hmm?
The independent one by Inner Hue.
Not the one that came out in France. I got it on Amazon. Remember, it came out
Yeah.
in the French edition. I've got that,
Okay.
but
I
I don't know
remember
what it
now.
was. It was. I mean, I know exactly, but it's like the wild unknown, except it's got people in it. That's how
Mhm.
kind of relate it. But
Yeah.
I was just at the time, I was just looking at the word Lumina, and I was going, Lumina. I was like, I don't know what that is. So I was like, wow, that's really bad. That's
Well, it
fine.
happens.
Fine.
But yeah, Lumina was. I showed the Lumina Tarot in my first ever video all
Oh
those
wow.
moons ago because I got it before I had a channel and I really, really loved it. I've actually got a backup copy now, but they also had an oracle out called Connected and Free, which is also really nice.
Nice.
So I got a Polaroid camera
Oh,
from my sister, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" because I couldn't believe it. I had a Polaroid camera when I was a kid. I think I was about 10 when I got it, and it started my love of photography and taking photos and stuff.
oh
But
wow.
I don't know what I expected because I thought, we're so used to now having all these millions of pixels and HD and everything else. They still take like vintage looking photographs.
Yeah,
Like the washed out faces. It's like it's still from the 70s or 80s.
yeah, it looks like an old photo that you've pulled out for years and years ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I absolutely. And you can do selfies with it now as well. They've improved them so you can do a selfie. And it was such a cool gift because I love retro stuff anyway. And it's like
Yeah.
that was really amazing to get that. And you can buy black and white film as well. The only thing
Oh,
is
nice.
they're only in packs of 8. And they're like 20 quid for a pack of 8. So you get like 8
Right.
photographs. And if they go wrong, you've shot it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah, yeah,
retake it. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then,
yeah.
of course, I got some decks and chocolates and drinks, and I got some clothes as well, some jumpers and Amazon voucher. I got It's a Sin on DVD. I don't know if you've
Nice.
seen that. Have you seen it?
No, no, I've
Oh,
not.
it's incredible. Have you heard of Russell T Davies?
No.
So he did a series in the 90s called Queer as Folk, and it was huge.
Oh, I know that. I've got that in DVD.
Have
The
you?
UK
Yeah,
one, yeah. Did he do
yeah,
the
the
UK
UK
one?
one. Then he did Bob and Rose. He did Years and Years. And then he also was the person that brought back Doctor Who when Doctor Who came back in like 2006. He was the writer
Right.
behind that. But this year, he did one called It's a Sin, and Ollie Alexander out of the band Years and Years plays the main part. And it's set in the
Ah,
1980s, and it's won loads of awards. In fact,
right.
I've got it over. This is the DVD Blu-ray.
Right, okay. When was this out, Simon? Because I think my piano teacher might have been telling me about that.
Um, just before summer, I think.
Ah,
Probably
okay.
about May time, maybe.
Right, okay. I love Ollie Alexander. I think he's brilliant. Like, I love
Yeah,
everything about him. I think he's a really good musician. I think he's a really kind of a like genuine person.
yeah.
I really like him.
Well, and I think it was his first stab at acting, but he is incredible in it. And the whole
No,
cast.
that's not true. Do you remember Skins? Was it
Was he in
Skins?
Skins?
Yeah, apparently he was in Skins. I think it was Skins he was in, but it was an old I kind of well, God, it's weird to think that that's old now, but yeah, it is. It was a kind of an older series,
I only
but
watched the kind of original Skins, you know, with Nicholas Hoult
yeah,
and Chris and all them. I never watched it when it was the girl, like the next generation of Skins.
I'm the exact same. But
Yeah,
yeah, apparently Ollie was in Skins, and I think he found fame as an actor before as a musician.
I
Maybe,
never
maybe
knew
I'm
that.
making that up, but yeah, it was definitely a long time ago.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen It's a Sin, it's only 5 episodes. I'm not sure if it's streaming on anything, probably on something like More 4. I think it was shown on Channel 4. But it's incredible. It's based on a true story. So it's kind of like Russell T Davis's experience of the early 80s.
Right.
But it's heartbreaking. And you know, you go from laughing to crying back to laughing again, but it's incredible.
Right.
And the girl that's in it is a true character, and her mother in this is the daughter. Does that make sense? So her mother is the actual girl that this character is based on. She comes in to play the mother.
Oh, so she's playing her mum.
So yeah, she only makes a cameo. She's like one of the main
Right.
characters, but her
Right.
mother in the program is the
Uh-huh.
real life girl.
Ah, right.
It was really
Okay.
cool how he did it.
Right.
But it's really good. If you watch it, you'll have to tell me what you think as well. But
Right.
yeah,
That's really cool.
cool. So shall we talk decks?
Yeah, let's. I've got some books to talk about as well, by the way.
Oh, go on. Do some
I've got
books
some cool
first.
books. Okay. So, well, firstly, my friend got me this. It's a big tome about Greek mythology,
Let's put you on
gods and
last.
heroes. Apparently, it's this is like the 75th anniversary edition of it. That they've kind of oh yeah, it says it right there. They've kind of changed it up by adding like pictures and stuff. Let me just see if I can find something that shows you. I'm not going to be able. Oh, there we go. So it gives you like, loads of information, but like full page images as well on some of them.
Awesome.
Um, and I'm a total like Greek mythology geek, so I really enjoy reading about that stuff. So yeah, I got that. And then and at my mum's side, I said it was my mum's for Christmas, so we don't like buy everybody presents. We do a secret Santa. So I got a tarot deck, which I'll show shortly. But I also got this. It's a Rachel Pollock book, so called Soul Forest. Have you read it?
No, I've not even heard of it.
It's
Is it an old book?
um, I think it was brought out. It might have been in the early 2000s. Let me see. When was it published? Oh gosh, how do I tell when it was published? Eh, oh, hang on. No, there's something here that says copyright 2003 to 2011, Rachel Pollock.
Okay.
So not maybe it's not as old as I think, but it's basically like Rachel's right into what she calls like wisdom readings. So she'll ask like the tarot questions, like what is the soul, and like all these kind of deeper questions. And she just kind of talks through. I've only read a wee bit of it, but she kind of talks through like the readings that she gets and how she interprets them and stuff like that. And it's just I just love like kind of a it's like sitting having a conversation with her. I just love it. So I'm loving this. And I'd recommend it to anyone who liked 78 Degrees. Whoops. Um, Soul Forest. Definitely worth it.
I'll have to add it to my wish list. I've got so many books that I'm part reading at the moment, but
Right.
I'll add it to my wish list because I've got her second book as well. What is Tarot Wisdom? No,
Tarot Wisdom.
it is Tarot Wisdom, isn't it?
I know I don't know if it's her second book, but I know that it's a book by her.
Yeah, it's kind of the one that people think is like the sequel or the next book to 78.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Um, Elf, if you need Simon to see your questions, can you put it in caps? Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. If you need me to see anything, either tag me in it or pop it in caps. And then you also, I guess, I'm classing this as the Christmas present to myself, but you got this as well, didn't you? Which is the Spirit Keepers.
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, I got it. We got it around about the same time, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really funny because I set my video before I left. I set a couple to go, the Oracle X one and this one, because I left about 11 o'clock Christmas Eve. And then it popped up, and I set it for 7 o'clock, and yours popped up. I was like, "What? How? What are the chances?"
What are the chances of that? Yeah,
Like 2 hours apart, weren't they, or something like that?
yeah, yeah. Oh, it's really cool. What are you thinking of the deck? Are you enjoying using it?
Yeah, well, I've only used it once because then
Yeah,
I've been away, but it's, it's beautiful, really beautiful, and the
yeah,
quality of it and everything is just, I mean, the strength card is just gorgeous.
yeah. There's lots of serpents, lots of snakes in it,
Yeah,
which I need to understand more about. I need to know what she's intending, what she means by it. I love it.
I love all the different cultural references as well. There's just so many different, you look at one card and you think, oh, I'm somewhere, in the mountains of Japan. And then you look at another and you can see it's so Egyptian or European. And it's just like, wow, this deck is so, so well done. And it's almost, I don't know if every card's been redrawn, but a lot of the cards have been redrawn. And I love that Hierophant card.
Yeah, yeah, quite a few of them have, haven't they? Simon Donna's just asked me a question. So she says, "Is Soul Forest the same as Forest of Souls?" I have that one, but I had to get it second hand because it's out of production. So it's not the same, Donna. I don't have, nor have I read Forest of Souls, but I know it's not the same because there's one of the chapters is I've just read it. Excerpts the Forest of Souls. So there's like an excerpt from the Forest of Souls in it. So it's a different book. It might be in the same style as Forest of Souls. In fact, the reading that I'm talking about, the one where she's asking what is the soul, that's the excerpt from the Forest of Souls. But it is a different book, I believe.
Oh, so there's 2 books to get then.
Yeah. So this one is available. I think it's readily available. I'm pretty sure the person got it for me just on Amazon or something like that. So have a wee look. It's worth it.
And Bersedi said, I have the Oracle Creator Handbook. Is that the one by Stephen Bright? The Oracle Creator
Very nice.
by Red Feather. I think it might be because I think Schiffer sent me that and I did a walkthrough of it. And Gerald says Jeffrey got his copy of Spirit Keepers Tarot for Christmas.
Oh, lucky Jeffrey.
Yeah. Was it that version? Well, it must be that version if it was for Christmas because all the others are long sold out, aren't they?
Mm. Although I wouldn't put it by Gerald to have been able to find either the sepia or the black and white one. Gerald's Gerald has a bit of an knack for finding out of
Really?
production deck. I think he does, yeah. I might be completely throwing him under the bus and making that up. But I'm pretty sure Gerald was able to get a deck that I was like, how did you do that? But maybe it was just that once, and I've just forever now
Yeah.
related it to him.
That's good because I always think that for historical decks, Brant was my go-to person. If I spoke to Brant, I'd say, I'm after a yellow box, and he'd be like, "Yeah, sort you with that," and he would find anything and get you a good price.
Yeah,
And then also Sandra is really good at getting out of print decks. So like she got me the Hessicos Tarot, which was so hard to get, and she managed to get the not the Guild Tarot, the Gaia Tarot, the Gaian Tarot, the original Llewellyn version without the big borders that Schiffer put on them.
Oh wow.
So yeah, those two are good at finding stuff as well. Caroline says, Simon, I got this A lot of people are talking about the Insomnia Tarot, and Guy bought for Christmas. Never knew the photos were all shot on Long Island, New York, where I live. I was
Oh
always attracted
wow,
to this deck. Yeah, I've heard lots of people talk about the Insomnia Tarot.
that's pretty cool.
Gerald says, I'm good at finding out of print decks, but not this one.
So
Which
not
one?
the old Spirit Keepers.
Oh, okay. Mind you, I think this version, the Revelation, is the best. I had the original SKT,
Mhm.
and I ended up trading it. But this one, it was Hazel Jane Tarot, Sinead from Hazel Jane Tarot. When she showed it, I was like drooling, and I thought, if I don't order it, I just know it will sell out so quickly because they always do. Ben and Bell's decks always just fly out
Right.
off the shelf. So I thought, just do it, just do it. And I'm so glad I did because it's top notch.
Yeah, and like very good value for your money, I would say as well. That was another thing that really struck me about it was, considering like you get people that will charge near enough £100 for
Yeah,
an indie deck that's like that. I thought that it was really reasonable.
I do.
And
Really.
considering we know full well what kind of a prices it's going to fetch in a couple of years to come when it's completely out of production. So to me, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah. No, I agree. I thought the price was really fair, um,
Yeah,
for a deck of that quality as well. Because, like you say, there are decks that are equal in price, but not nowhere near as great quality as that. Thought has gone into every aspect of it.
yeah, yeah. Very intentional, isn't it?
Have you seen this from Sandra? There's a new book, A Walk Through the Forest of Souls, due out in September.
I did see that. Yeah,
It was
I saw that when I was looking for. So when I knew I had to come up with a list for Secret Santa, I was like, oh gosh, what the hell am I going to put on this? And I just searched Rachel Pollock books on into Google, and I noticed that. So I'll probably be getting that when it comes out. I'm excited for it.
yeah. Just seen something then that's jumped. Yeah, the only other deck people are talking about the Greenwood, and I don't know what's happening with the Greenwood because there was going Mark was going to bring it back, and then because I think Cheska Potter just said do what you want, and she made all her artwork available, and I know you can get, although I'm not sure how kind of au fait everybody is with that, but I know Cheska Potter made her images available for people to make their own, which I've got, but yeah, I was part of a group because if you join the Facebook group, apparently they were being notified first, and there's only going to be so many copies. But it's just gone very quiet over the last like 18 months as to whether
Right.
the Greenwood is coming back. Have you seen the Greenwood? Is it something you'd be interested in getting?
Do you know, I know I've looked it up once or twice, but it's not something that really sticks in my brain. So I'm not sure. Is it like the Wildwood? Is it quite similar?
It's supposed to be. I don't know if I'll get into trouble for this, but
Oh, we like a wee bit of controversy on at Christmas time, don't we? If it's not families arguing over politics, we'll get Simon to show a naughty deck.
so this is my copy. Um, and I just love the artwork of this because it's more, I don't know. I think the new version just seems a little what's the word? Not computer generated, but not as raw as this.
Right. Nice.
And of course, I think because it's in this tarot size, I do think some of the images missing because I think there were bigger cards.
Right. Okay.
But it's very pagan, which that's what I love about it. So pagan.
Right.
I'll just
It
show.
is really beautiful. I love the colors. The colors are really striking. The
And
only
it's
thing I would maybe say is I don't know if I understand. the prices that it gets. Do you know what I mean? Like the amount that you would need to pay to get one of them.
Well, this was like 25 quid from Make Playing Cards.
Aye, but for the Greenwood Tarot, is it not like if I was going to buy one of them, like an
Oh,
original
right.
or whatever, would you not would I not be paying? Would I not be remortgaging my house to get it? Like, or am I thinking of something different?
I don't think they've even discussed a price yet. I think they're hoping it will be mass produced, but
Right.
I just don't know. The World Tree is epic.
Yeah.
And we have an additional card called the Storyteller.
Oh, very nice.
So that's the copy that's in order. And then I had one on linen cardstock, which I just put the Storyteller on the lid for that. And this is a linen cardstock feel, which is just, so this isn't in order. It goes from that to the Lovers, and
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a great deck. But
Oh, that's pretty cool.
what's the deck, Simon? So it's the Greenwood Tarot. That a couple of years ago, Cheska, who's the artist, Cheska Potter, said that people could use her artwork. She left the esoteric world. I did hear that she converted to Catholicism, and kind of just turned her back on tarot and everything and said, "There's my artwork. You're welcome to it." But then I did hear after that Mark, and I can't think of his last name now, is objecting to that, because he wants to obviously bring it back himself, because he wrote the guidebook and everything for the Greenwood.
Right.
So it was a
Yeah.
collaboration. So I don't think he was too happy that people did that. Greenwood Tarot by Cheska Potter. Yeah. So yeah. So what deck did you get then for Christmas?
I got two. So Sandy got me one, and it was funny that he got me this because we were talking about it recently. It's upside down. The Tarot del Toro. It's called?
Mm.
Yeah, Tarot del Toro. So yeah, I hadn't mentioned it to him at all. I think he just kind of had gone on and saw it, and he is familiar with, the like I didn't know this was based on somebody that had done films and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just showing pip cards here. That's not very helpful, is it? But yeah, it's apparently as well. Do you know, Simon? Like what Sandy did tell me what some of the films that he'd done, but I
Like
didn't really know.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, yeah,
Shape of Water was another one.
yeah.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head now. It's quite famous. Del Toro films are quite out there, but
Yeah. Oh, Hellboy was another one, I think.
oh, Hellboy! I was thinking of Hellraiser then with Pinhead. I was like, no, that was Clive. What's his name?
So yeah, Sandy got me that one. So that was pretty cool. I think we were talking about it recently because did you not edge that in red and it bled a bit? And
So I've got another one.
I remember, oh, did you? I remembered that, and I think we were talking about it because of that. And then when I opened it up, I was like, oh, that's funny. He's actually ordered me another deck as well, the Disney Villains. He told me what it was just because he didn't want me to then go and buy it. The Disney Villains Tarot. He's ordered me that, but that's not going to come until after Christmas, he says.
Okay,
But yeah,
I'm
what
not
about
sure.
you?
Robin's question here. Chris, do you have a wedding registry with tarot decks on it? I don't know what that means really.
I think he means like a gift registry. No, Robin, I don't. I don't have any kind of gift registry. We didn't want to do anything like that. We're we're both established. You know what I mean? We've got our house. There's not anything that we need. We've said to guests if they really want to get us something, they could just pick something, or they can give us something towards honeymoon or something. But I don't. To be honest with you, doing a gift list feels a bit icky to me. And I know that it's not. I know that it's very common to do for weddings, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's just something about it for me that feels a bit, I don't know, presumptuous, I think is the feeling that I get. Um, and I would never ever judge anyone else who did it. So I don't know why I'm saying that about us, but I just didn't want to. So no, again, I said this to you earlier, Simon. A very long answer to a very simple question, but no, we don't. But thank you for asking.
I'd never heard it referred to as a registry before, so I'm glad you was able to clarify. I was like,
I think that's what he means.
right.
Um, either that or he's asking if Tarot is somehow involved on the day, but no, I think that's what Robin means.
Yeah. Well, I got a few. But I got a couple of oracles as well. So I'll just mention them first. I got the Goddess Love and the Goddess Dream, which was on my Amazon wish list. And I opened one on Christmas morning, and I thought to myself, right, well, I'll have to get the other one when I get back. And then whenever all the family come over in the afternoon, my niece gave me a gift, and it was this one. So I was like, oh wow. And it was only recently, again, watching Hazel Jane Tarot, her video, that I realized, and I don't know why I didn't make the connection before, but Wendy Andrew, the creator, is the author and illustrator behind Lunar Moon Hair, which is the book that
Oh,
every Sabbath. And I've been communicating with her because I wrote to her and asked if I could read from her book on my channel because I didn't want to break any copyright. And she was like, that would be wonderful. Send me the link. Thank you for doing it. And she's been so lovely. And when I saw Hazel Jane Tarot she was doing like Oracle decks of the year she'd bought. And she said, and it's by Wendy Andrew. And I was like, hold on a minute. Wendy Andrew? Of course. And she's also the person behind the Wheel of the Year that's in the Glastonbury Goddess Temple. Do you know what I mean by the Wheel of the Year? I've got it here. Let me just grab it. So I have this on my sacred space, which is it's the Wheel of the Year, and you move it every time you get to a new Sabbath, and all the pictures of the trees change. And this is Wendy Andrew as well.
oh,
So I've
well.
had this in my flat for 3 years. This is the one I replaced, but I've had one since 2018. Not even realizing that this person was behind Lunar Moon Hair, which is one of my favorite books ever. And then these decks also are by Wendy, and her artwork is incredible. So I think I'm going to film a walkthrough of these, but I think I'm going to make this into one super deck.
I was going to say I would get so much satisfaction out of just taking both decks and riffle shuffling them together.
Yeah, I mean, they do have different backs, but backs don't bother me. I know they do you, because that's something else I remember from our chat last Christmas.
What back was I talking about though?
I showed that my sister had bought me a backup copy of the Centennial, and you said, I've got a confession, Simon. You're like, I don't have the Centennial, and the reason why is because I don't like the backs. And I was like, well, what does the backs matter? And everybody in the chat was like, I hear you. I'm with you, Chris. The backs are really important. You spend a lot of time looking at the backs.
Well, it just goes to show, doesn't it, that you should never say never, because this year a very handsome indeed individual and very kind individual gifted me the Centennial, didn't they? So I've now got my own copy of the Centennial. It's right on the front row. I love to use it.
But how you get on with backs?
Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Not in the slightest. So that's just a lesson to me that I need to stop being such a princess.
I love this. Deanne's just said, So funny. I got both Centennials because I love the backs.
Oh dear. Which one do you prefer, Deanne?
Oh yes, Painting Dreams. That's the name of the website. Absolutely, Painting Dreams, and it references them on Lunar Moon Hair as well, and that's where I contacted her through Painting Dreams.
Cool.
I love those decks. Are you talking about the Wendy Andrew decks, or are you talking about the Centennial decks? Because there's two. There's the Centennial and the Borderless Centennial, isn't there? So Deanne prefers the lighter coloured ones just by a bit. So that's the
Oh,
board.
I was just meaning the deck in general. Like, so that's the bordered one that's lighter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
So the
but
bordered one is like a duck egg blue, whereas the borderless is like a bottle green.
yeah,
But
greeny.
it's the same design with the white rose and the Pamela Coleman Smith signature.
Oh, you've got a random question from Robin.
Just
It wouldn't be a it wouldn't be a live stream if we didn't have a random question from Robin. I love it.
I guess Robin's thinking, oh, they're talking about bats and being put off by bats.
Yeah.
He knows I don't like moths. A little bit, but see, I think I've explained this before. If I know there's going to be a picture of a moth, I'm okay with it. Well, what I find shocking is if I turn a page in a book or I turn a card and there's this moth that greets me, my initial reaction is, ugh, you know, but I know it's a picture. So I can sit and look at a picture of a moth. That's completely different to being trapped in a room with the moth that's flying around.
Right.
So I can. I'd rather the moth not be on the back of the Sasarabito, to be honest, but I know it's there and I can prepare myself. It's not a shock like it would be if I was, you know, in a room with a moth.
Is it a fear, Simon? Is it a phobia that you have, or is it
Yeah,
just they keep you out?
it's a phobia I've had since I was a kid, and
Right.
you know when the people often talk about confronting your phobias, and I can't even bear the thought of doing that. I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I love
I
living where
mean,
I live because I can have my windows open in summer without any
yeah.
moths coming in at all. So
I mean, there's some fears that I can understand that we might want to confront, you know, but to be realistic, it's not as if you've got to walk through, I don't know, a big hive of moths to get to work or anything every day. You know what I mean? It's not as if it's crucial to your life that you go over this. So I don't
no,
know. Sometimes I'm just a wee bit like, well, no, I'll just keep my fear. They could just keep the fuck away from me. Thanks very much.
the only time it really holds me back is if I'm on holiday and it's the middle of
Mm.
summer and I'm in a hotel, caravan, chalet, whatever. I can't have my window open in my bedroom. So I'll lay
Uh,
there and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. But I can't because there's that fear of being on the ground floor. And if I put a light on and one comes in,
yeah.
I would just be completely paralyzed by fear. So it holds me back in those senses, but not, like you say, it's not massive. So, oh, Nancy's the same with caterpillars.
Okay.
um, okay, so if I mention a tarot deck, then you mention a tarot deck.
Sure.
But what I thought was, rather than, because I know last year we went through all our tarot decks and it took quite a while, I thought we might just show one and talk about one that we've got.
I've only got one left to show, so that works good.
Okay, so I'll tell you what I got and then ones that I don't want to show just yet. So I got the Runic Tarot.
Lovely.
So I was really pleased about that. A friend got me that off my wish list. And then I got this one, which I've never heard of. I've got to be honest, never seen it, never heard of it. But it's called Tarot Oscuro. Have
Okay.
you seen it?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm intrigued to open this one to have a look at it because there's no images or anything. It's
Yeah.
by Liz Garabeo
Right, okay.
because it's
You
got
must
the.
have some self-control, by the way. If I had got a tarot deck that I did not know and had never seen, I'd have been in there faster than you could say tarot. Like, I
On
would need
Christmas
to,
morning.
yeah, yeah, I'd need to, I'd need to be, I'd be in there before I'd open the rest of my presents. I'd want to see them.
And then I got a couple of decks from Alessandra, and she got me the Beauty of Horror tarot.
Lovely.
And this is the black and white one that you can color yourself.
Oh, very nice.
But I'm not going to color it because I'm going to order. I got an Amazon voucher for Christmas, so I'm going to order the color one and have both the color and the black and white. So I've had this on my wish list for a good 6 months, and I'm intrigued by it.
Wow.
And then she got me the Alchemical Tarot
Oh, wow.
by Robert M. Place. So we gifted each other an indie and a I think we do that every year, actually, don't we, Sandra? I think we just do an indie and a mass market deck. But yeah, so this one I'm not going to show because I'm definitely going to film a walkthrough of that. I've got all of Robert and Place's decks now that are in this, this nice linen box.
Yeah.
The matte cardstock and gold gilded. They're just beautiful. Really are beautiful.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Elf's asked you a question in the chat. Says, I don't mean to shout, but have you seen the Deep Place Oracle? What are your thoughts?
Deep Place.
Yeah.
No, let me have a quick look online. It doesn't sound familiar. Let's have a look.
Whilst Simon's looking, Elf, you've asked for recommendations for decks preferred, so I would really recommend the Tattoo Tarot, Ink and Intuition. You can get it very affordably. It's very readily available, and to me at least, it's not quite a Marseille. If you're looking for a traditional Marseille, then I would maybe be looking at the Grimaud or something like that. But it's kind of some of the suits are in the style of Marseille, and I just think it's really beautiful. So definitely look that one up.
Okay, Deep Place Oracle. By Ray Serafina Barker. It's on Kickstarter, I think, or it was on Kickstarter because that's what's come up.
Right.
So this is it. It's not the kind of artwork I particularly like. It reminds me of Moonchild or Starchild. That kind of
Oh, is it
collage-y.
photographic?
Sorry?
Is it photographic art?
Yeah, it's kind of like a mix between digital art, collage. I can't think of the words I'm trying to say, but it really reminds me of Moonchild and Starchild. And I prefer the Moonchild over Starchild, but I don't tend to grab these type of decks. And there is an oracle like this, isn't there? The one that's in like the triangular box. Forgot what that's called now.
Oh yeah, is that the one that's got like Oraculum, or it's got a big long funny name?
Oh no, that's the Oracularium, which
Right.
is
Okay.
which is augmented. There's one that's like the box has like a triangle lid, and you can use the box as a stand to put your cards on.
Okay.
Somebody in chat will no doubt tell us what that's called, but
Yeah.
it's very much of the same sort of art as Starchild Tarot.
Right. Okay.
But no, I hadn't seen it, Elf, but I don't think it would be something that I would like. But if you're looking for a deck to pair with that, Starchild or Moonchild, definitely.
Nice.
Starseed, they're saying it's called. The Starseed Oracle. Yeah. No, Moonchild isn't Pip. Well, I mean, it's all very abstract. That's the word I was looking for as well. Kind of
Abstract. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Jen's here.
Is she? Hello, Jen.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. I know I wished you Merry Christmas yesterday, and happy Boxing Day, because I'm sure you're doing something Boxing Day-ish with having our Elle with you this year. I'm sure Elle has brought a little bit of kind of British culture over there.
I'm sure they would have.
Yeah. So I snuck in late. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, my friend. It's good to see you. Oh, Patsy's here as well. Hello, Patsy. Nice to see you. How's the seaside doing at this time of year? We just got totally snowed in. Wow. Jen, Elle, Shane, Oliver, all snowed in.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, I'd love it.
Really?
Snowed in on Boxing Day. Then you really can be a pig in a blanket and just.
I suppose. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas, Jen. I enjoyed your picture that you put on. It really made me laugh because it looks. I put a comment on it. Jen posted a picture of her
I saw.
Elle, and it looks as though Shane's got these big, massive legs wearing jockeys, but it's not. It's a seat or something. It's
Yeah.
just a trick.
But
But it really made me chuckle.
I loved how you said, and it looks like Shane's legs are trapping Elle against the table.
Yeah,
And there's
it
Elle
does
like
though.
all squashed up.
Their wee faces just popping up like, "Aye."
Yeah, that was funny. All right. So
Yeah.
what deck are you going to show then?
So the deck that I got is Tarot of the Divine,
Oh, cool.
and I got the book to go with it, the Beneath the Moon book.
So beneath them, I think it's essential. I really do to have them. Let me put you on full so you can show.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this was part of the Secret Santa. So it's what I didn't realize until I actually had it in my hands is the lovely linen cardstock.
Uh-huh.
Like this is like a proper, you can raffle shuffle this deck and you can do all sorts with it and it'll be fine. But yeah, just really, really happy to have got this. Um, I actually read for for some of my family members with it, and that's the first time I've read for them in years. So I read my mum's cards last night,
Oh,
and
cool.
she really enjoyed it. And then I read for my uncle as well. And my wee brother and his girlfriend both asked for readings, but it was like 11:30, and we were like, no, I think we need to get home. So I was like, we'll need to like kind of have a wee get together. And gosh, my lighting's terrible. Sorry, you can't really see that properly,
No, it's good.
um, but yeah, I was delighted with it. There's the full, which is the Little Mermaid. So each of the cards in this, for anyone who's not seen it before, each of the cards relates to a particular like story or fairy tale from a cultures all over the world. Um, so and the images are beautiful just in their own right. Even not looking into the kind of a fairy tale side of it, it's just really nicely done. So yeah, I was delighted with it, and I got to first use it by reading for my family members. Reading for people in person, which I just really enjoyed. Was a real treat for me. So it was. So yeah, this was a really kind of a special present for me this year.
Oh, and it is the book is beautifully written as well.
It is, yeah.
Just hearing about the origins of the stories, because I love that. The thing I love about the old kind of fairy tales, children's stories, is just the origins of them, where they came from, and the cultures that they come from, and
Yeah.
everything else. It's just wonderful. So I'm really glad you got that. I didn't realize you didn't have it, but
Yeah, no, it's stuff I never had it.
I think I'm pretty sure. I think when I was part of the Tarot Times, I think me, Elle, and Becca reviewed it.
I'm pretty sure you did, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I got the deck discount at my local Barnes and Noble when it was closing. Then picked
You
up the.
nearly said dick discount there, didn't you?
Then it said what?
You nearly said dick discount there, didn't you? By accident. You thought that you could have me in your channel and that kind of thing would go unnoticed, Simon. Sorry,
Vinny
I just
Moon has the most beautiful cardstock. It does. That linen cardstock is a really nice finish. So, all right. So let's have a look at this mystery then. So it says
exciting.
Tarot Oscuro is an original art tarot deck created to reveal the shadow self. Unique in creative delivery and deep psychological insight, often playful, sexual, monstrous, Tarot Oscuro unveils the mysteries of the subconscious mind. Gosh, if I show some images, Chris, and you start saying what you see in it, we'll all be kind of macro-analysing you. It's in 3 languages. Oh, so there's 2 editions, and this one is the English, Spanish, French edition. That's interesting that Los Scarabeo are doing that.
Right.
Simon almost did a Freudian slip. See what you started?
Sorry, I couldn't help it. I mean, you must know that if you're going to have me on your channel, there's going to be some sort of inappropriate comment.
Oh, History Lover 2 must have seen it because they've said it has interesting monsters. I'm intrigued. I've got no idea.
Sure. All of those things put together, I'm not really sure what to make of that. So
I mean, it's a nice box. It's got like the very hard, it's glossy with the metallic
yeah,
design.
embossing. Yeah,
And then I like the side. So we've got, I'm assuming that's a sword, a wand, and we've got a scarab beetle,
yeah,
and then a cup with a fish.
the scarab has a pentacle on it, a
It
pentagram on it,
does.
doesn't it? So
It does, yeah. So that's cool. It's, how do I open it? I thought it was magnetic. I don't even know how I'll get in it. Oh, it's magnet. I've got it upside down. That's the inside.
you finished your Baileys now?
What are you trying to say?
Nothing at
I
all.
get the top up.
Oh, you have? I've not even noticed you drinking that.
I've got quite a bit left.
You've tanned like 3/4 of the glass. I didn't even notice you doing that.
I've done what to it?
You've tanned it, as in you've
Tanned
drank
it.
it really fast. Yeah, so tanned it. Maybe that's a Scottish term, but if you, I don't know, if the pub's about to close and you've got loads of your drink left, then you need to tan it. Like you need to like gulp it all down.
Oh, wow. No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is 2021. First published in the United Kingdom in 2021.
There you go.
Maybe it's not Los Scarabeo then. Why did I think it was Los Scarabeo? Because of that, because of that pentacle scarab beetle on the side. But it's in multiple languages. It's by Kaboon Limited.
I've never heard of them.
No, I haven't. This is a real mystery. Okay, so the cards sit a bit loose on the inside, but oh my gosh, they're gilded in metallic black.
Oh.
The quality is really good. So it's a thick deck. This is the.
Oh yeah. Okay.
These are the backs.
Oh, they're beautiful. I really like those backs. That puts me in mind of. I know it's nothing like it, but it puts me in mind of the El Goliath. Just because it's the black background with the white line work on it. Oh, nothing like the El Goliath. Never mind. Ignore me.
It's similar. I see where you're coming from with it. Ish.
You're just being kind.
Okay, so weird, but kind of intriguing weird. So this is the Fool. stunned silence.
I'm putting you on what I'm putting is on widescreen here so as I can see it. It's really nice.
It's a mushroom magician.
Robin, have you bought it yet? I bet he's waiting to see what the minors are like.
The cardstock
But he's
is
got
really thick. This is a thick deck. It is glossy,
right.
but actually it suits it because the colours are quite vibrant.
The
Wow.
artwork is stunning.
Look at the High Priestess.
Oh wow.
All the little creatures around her. The Empress is like a little grandma.
Jenna! It's Jenna.
What
No,
is?
and the card. Look at the card.
Yes.
Jenna.
It does look like Jenna.
Everyone buy it now.
So it's really strange because in some we've got like these kind of monsters, and then we've got like human faces like the Empress and the Hierophant. The Lovers is cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
Look at the Chariot. Now I know they said it was sexual, so I best give a little bit of a warning here. Sexual nudity, nudity and sexual images. But look at this for the Chariot card.
That's not too bad. I mean, the Lovers had there was like a vaginal type structure on the Lovers.
We have
So there was.
conjoined twins for justice, but I get that
Oh,
for the justice card, you know.
okay. Interesting.
Oh my gosh. The Hermit.
Oh, right. What's your thoughts?
It's really stirring up stuff. I can see why this is a deck for exploring the shadow.
Right. What's tell us again the name of the deck, Simon, and I'll stick it in the chat.
It's called Tarot Oscuro.
Right.
I'm assuming it's off Amazon. I don't know. Was a friend.
Yeah, Jenna, was it Jenna? Yeah, Jenna says it's available on Amazon. I'm loving it. I can't wait to get to see what the minors are like though. Like I'm chomping at the bit.
Strength is 11. That's interesting. So I wonder if it's going to be Pip.
Ooh.
I'll jump to people will never forgive me if I don't show death. There is a moth in the death card, but that happens. So that's the death
Death
card.
Head Moth though. That's
I
quite
actually
nice.
really like Temperance.
She's gorgeous, isn't she?
Oh my gosh, what is that for the devil?
Oh my. Oh my goodness. Have you seen the wee chap down the bottom? He looks happy, doesn't he?
But it's about to be not to be very happy because he's about to suffer immense pain.
Oh my goodness.
This deck is something else, isn't it? Oh, look at the moon card.
Oh, I love that. Because I love see how we see the either the person transforming into the lobster or the crayfish transforming into the person. I
Yeah.
love that. Like, give me
But
that.
also,
Give me more of that.
the moon is the head. You know, it's like there's a face,
Yeah.
but it's only just coming into form. This is really intriguing. Oh my gosh, it's RWS.
Is it fully illustrated?
Two of Wands.
Sorry, you're going to have to excuse me. I'll still chat, but I'm going to buy it.
Three of Wands. Yeah, it's very. Oh my gosh, just look at this before you buy it. Look at the Five of Wands. It's like the Hungry Ghosts.
Oh my goodness. That's pretty cool, though.
I'll just show a couple more cards because I'll do a full walkthrough of this. Oh my gosh, look at the 10 of Wands.
I love though that you can see that you get the burden and you get the overwhelming energy, but you do get I mean, it's 10 of fire, and fire's like such a high energy element in and of itself, and you really get the high energy of the card. It's so nice.
It's such a good quality deck as well. Oh, look at the Knight of Cups. Well, I should really show you your Page of Cups, being as you have the same significator card as I.
Yeah, let's see.
But let's start from the bottom.
Okay. Looks a wee bit I don't know what to make of the face that it's making. It's a bit like holy, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph and the donkey that took them all to Bethlehem. What is happening here? Do you know what I mean? Like that's what you think that person's saying. It looks very shocked.
At first, I thought it was like one of those faces that looked in like two directions. Do you know what I mean? But
Right. Okay.
it's not.
Emmy the Grey says, "Not sure if you saw my note. All the publishers' other titles are bondage art books."
Oh, I love the Two of Swords.
Oh, the arms become the swords.
Yes. But everything about it, look, down on the knees in submission and
Yeah.
ugh.
Who the creator of this deck is about to get a whole lot more sales.
I can see why the bondage theme is there, look. For our
Oh
8
yeah.
swords.
Right, okay.
Oh my gosh. Now this is weird.
Oh, that is quite odd, isn't it? What is it with the I don't even know if I want to call them nipples. It's like strange pointy nipple-like structures where nipples should be, but they're not nipples.
Oh, I love the Ace of Pentacles.
Oh,
And I think
nice.
that's so beautiful. It reminds me of Edward Munch kind of.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, if you don't like clowns, look away. I used to collect
Oh.
clowns in my teenage years. I love that.
It is very hiya, Georgie, isn't it?
This is such a cool gift, actually, because I love it when I'm totally surprised by something that I've not seen or heard. And then when you open it up and it's really intriguing like this, I'm like, wow, this is actually really cool. And why don't I know about it? I mean, obviously, History Lover 2 knew about it because they said, oh, there's some cool monsters in that.
Yeah.
That's cool. And that one for the King of Pentacles.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, but I mean, to say this is mass market as well, just the production of it. And I can't believe I thought it was Los Scarabeo. Just because
The box is very kind of a Los Scarabeo-esque though, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, the cards don't fit the box. The box is bigger because they just kind of, move about inside there. There's all this space. But I guess that's because of the book. So the book is in 3 languages. Let's just have a look at the Page of Cups.
Yeah, see what it says.
The Page of Cups represents a young man in touch with his femininity, as well as creative sensibility and psychic gifts. In a reading, he is the bringer of news, a dreamer, a receptive individual. He is an idealist who lacks experience and may be easily disheartened if things don't go if things don't turn out to his advantage. He is both generous and selfish, a flatterer and a critic, a sensitive lover and a cunning trickster, fond of appearances, play, self-expression, and a truly gifted entertainer. This character has the gift of connecting people. And then negatively, the page may turn egoistic, false, and enjoy manipulating people and situations for his own entertainment. This card may announce a new love, a creative opportunity, or a proposal. And then you get reversed energy, which... Oh, I get it. So you get the English on one page, and then you get the two other languages here on the other page. It's not a bad little book, actually. It's quite a lot.
It does look quite decent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just bought it, by the way. I put it in the chat. I just went and bought it. Yeah. I think it looks really cool.
I wonder if anybody else has bought it.
Yeah. So show of hands, everyone. Who's all just bought it?
People are like, it's Boxing Day. Somebody put in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group this morning. That's it. I'm not buying any more decks. Next year is going to be the year where I study the ones I've got. And I'm like, I get that, because you get these decks for Christmas, and I'm like, I really want to spend time with these, but then new decks come in, don't they? So
yeah,
but a deck like that I really want to explore and play around with.
Yeah. I'm putting a link in for anyone. This is to the UK Amazon. Put it on UK Amazon for anyone that wants to get it. So Ben, it's the Tarot Oscuro. Yeah, History Lovers put it in there.
And then Robin says definitely a contender for the creepiest deck ever. Oh, Nicole Busto has bought it.
Hang on.
Oh no. You must have bought the last one, Chris.
No, surely not.
Sandra's put it's gone out of print in the UK.
What, did they only have the one? Surely not. No, I'm still getting the option to add to basket.
Oh yeah, and Besedi's put, I just brought it, Sandra. Sandra's put, it's out to stock.
Sorry, Sandra.
Jen says, Ellen and I picked up a deck the other day that both of us immediately loved, which is a shocker because we have very different tastes. You can't do that to us, Jen, and not tell us what the deck was.
Yeah, tell us what it is, Jen. And because of the delay, we're going to be waiting ages to find out what it is. Oh, the Pacific Northwest Tarot.
Ah, I've not heard of that.
Shop.
Jen has put, it's also available in German, Portuguese, and Italian.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
That means the cards are German and you get the two other languages.
I quite like that, though. I like languages, so having a deck in a different language, it doesn't bother me. I find it quite enjoyable.
Blackwell's has it. Everybody's looking at different places in the UK where you can buy the deck. Like, no worries, I wasn't going to buy it. What's the name of the deck?
You will, though, Sandra.
It's Tarot Oscuro. I think that's how you say it, Oscuro.
That's how I would say it, Oscuro.
Yeah. And it's by Ertel Riviere. Ertel? It's hard to... Ertel Riviere? I'm not sure if that's
Riviere. Ertel Riviere.
And this is the English, Spanish, and French version. Oh, it must be, so it's a regional deck. That would be interesting, Jan, if you get some time to send a couple of pictures or something. But yeah, cool. Wow, we've been an hour and a half already, Chris.
Oh, wow. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
It really does. But I really appreciate you joining me on Boxing Day again.
Not at all. It's been great fun. I've had a great time. And like I say, time is really flowing.
Yeah, it always does. Sandra, you shock my view on what's all right with the world if you brought this deck. I'd be shaken. Hey, Sandra's got you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if Sandra bought this deck. Sandra's got a broad kind of what's the words I'm trying to say very diplomatically?
You say she's a dark horse?
No. She's very open, is Sandra. You know, she's not kind of tunnel visioned at all. She's very broad. She's got a wide kind of interest base. Let's say that. So I wouldn't be surprised if she bought it.
Sandra's pretty awesome. Sandra's one of my favourite people. She's lovely.
I'm not surprised at all that Sandra likes it, or Jenna. I won't be putting that deck on my shopping list, just saying. Oh, yes,
Who did that?
Butterfly, but Butterfly doesn't like, I can remember this from previously, Butterfly doesn't like any kind of nudity or things in decks. I can remember having that conversation once before.
Right, okay. Okay.
And Elf is considered a dark horse.
Does what was I going to say there? I was going to ask before we is there anything coming out shortly in the new year that you're looking forward to, Simon? Any kind of a decks coming out or?
I've got something on that deck that you told me about, Chris. I've got on pre-order. I've actually bought it. What was it?
I can't remember. I don't remember. I just remember seeing it and thinking Simon would like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like cross between Deviant Moon and what did we say? If I go to my Amazon and then orders, because I've actually purchased it. And it's not very often I do that because I usually put them into a wish list in case they don't get them in, and you just end up being told we can't fulfill this order.
Yeah, that really annoys
Tarot
me.
New Ages.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look quite cool, doesn't it?
This one.
Aye.
Yeah, it's very Deviant Moonish. I really like it. So I've got that one. And then what else is coming out that I'm looking forward to?
You've pre-ordered Macabre as well, haven't you? Tarot Macabre.
Did I? Or I can't remember if I swapped that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next season of The Witch, which is the Beltane.
Right.
That's out on March the 17th. And that's it. That's the only thing I've got in my wish list. I've also got Into the Lonely Woods Oracle, but that's out now. But that looks cool as well. Have you seen that, Into the Lonely Woods?
I remember the name. Woods.
It looks really fantastic.
Right, okay. Do you know, I tend to... I don't read this Oracle as much as I do Tarot. So when I'm looking online at stuff like potentially going to buy, I tend to skip over Oracle. If I see an Oracle deck, maybe on YouTube, somebody showing all the cards, and I'm like, I really like that, then I'll consider going for it. But if it's just like if I'm going through what Amazon, for example, has got coming up, I'll tend only to look at the tarots. There are a few tarots that I'm looking forward to, but not any oracles that I've really looked at.
So what tarots are you looking forward to?
So is it Tarot of a Moon Goddess is coming out mass market? Is that what it's called?
How of the Moon Goddess? That sounds familiar. So was it indie first?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. It's the one that's got like the box is like kind of the background of the box is a kind of I think it's maybe a black sky with white stars.
I think it might be the one Becca's got.
Maybe.
The indie version of. I think.
Maybe. I'm sure I've seen Brant. I'm sure Brant's done a walkthrough of it.
Okay.
And there's another deck that I'm really, really excited for. So it was on Little Red Tarot, and it was called the Orions or the Orions Tarot deck. And it's being released mass market, and they've changed the name to the Orion's Animal Tarot. I think it's the same deck, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's the same. But I'm so excited for it. I think it's early January. I'm sure it's January 6th or something it comes out.
Cool.
But I'm so excited for that.
Kim said it's intuitive night goddess.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Moon Goddess is something completely different. My apologies. But yeah, I'm excited for that.
Also, Robert M. Place Buddha Tarot is coming back by Schiffer,
Okay.
Red Feather. So that's going to have a reprint and it's going to be redone. So that's going to be out. And I know a lot that went out of print and was fetching ridiculous amounts of money. So I'm looking forward to that. And also, Arnatorian hasn't paused work on
Tarot
excuse me, Tarot
Echoes.
did this then, but the Tarot of
Echoes, yeah.
Echoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't paused it, but she's taking longer with it because she's doing an Arthurian tarot.
Right.
I think it's going to be released in France or Germany, but it's for a French or German publisher. I can't remember which, but it'll be, available. So, and I've seen some of the images for that. I saw the Hermit card for that, and it looks amazing.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm excited for both of Arnatorian's decks. Whether they'll both be next year, I don't know. Oh, Marsha's here. Hello, Marsha. I love
Hey,
the Buddha.
Masha.
Bijan says there is one historic deck on Kickstarter. I'm tempted. It has 96 cards. Oh, is it an Aturia? I have Into the Lonely Woods come in. Also brought a while. The Arthurian sounds cool. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Joey. Joey Luna's here.
Oh, Joey, hello. Merry Christmas. All right. So thank you for joining me.
Not at all. Thank you for having me.
What have you got coming up? Anything you want to promote that you're doing in the next? I suppose you get married a week on Saturday, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. So my wedding is 13 days away, so I don't have any plans to do anything, to be honest with you. Um,
That's understandable.
so after the wedding, there'll be stuff coming up. I'll have, Mary study group and all that kind of thing is going to be happening at the end of the month. But yeah, nothing planned. Just kind of looking forward to the wedding, and you'll no doubt see me. My face will pop up, but it'll just be kind of as and when I find myself with some free time.
Yeah. Well, all the best. I'm sure I'll speak to you
Thank
before
you.
then anyway, but all the best for a week on Saturday. I'll be thinking of you on the day. Looking forward
Thank
to
you so
seeing
much.
pictures appearing and that sort of stuff. The
Definitely.
venue looks beautiful. So, yeah, I'm sure it'll be an amazing day. So,
Thanks.
congratulations and all the best for your wedding.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, it was my pleasure. And thank you for agreeing to come on for a second year.
I know
All right,
it'll need to
everyone.
be a tradition now. We'll need to do it every year.
Yeah, probably. As long as you're free. I usually am on Boxing Days in the
Yeah,
evening. So,
same.
all right, everyone, enjoy the rest of the festive period. I'll be back in the week with some unboxings and walkthroughs of these decks. And yeah, have let me just pull a quick card. I knew something didn't feel right. I'm like, I'm missing something.
Do you want me to pull one as well, Simon, or will we just
Yeah,
keep it
yeah, why
quick?
not? Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? Pull one each. This is what I got last Christmas from Kelly Bear. Do you remember?
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Oops, just nearly
What is it?
put.
Your winter weight you're using?
Yeah, it's the glitter one.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
So something for us to go forward as we go towards New Year. This makes a lovely sound with the kind of the matte glittery finish on the front. Oh, I've had a sneak peek.
Are we going same time, or do you want to go first?
It might be confusing if we go at the same time.
Right,
Unless
you go
we've got the
first
same
then, because
card.
I'm going to look up the story that comes with mine. I'm using the
Okay.
divine.
So I have got the beautiful Ace of Swords. So I guess the question that I was posing really is how can we prepare ourselves for the coming new year that we're about to face? And what I would say is with the new year will come clarity. For me, the Ace of Swords is all about having that sort of crystallization and that sort of idea starting to form. And it kind of reminds me of, having those ideas that have been kind of bubbling in the background that you've not had time to really follow through or bring to fruition. And it might be because you've been experiencing quite a few obstacles that have prevented that. What the Ace of Swords says to me is that those obstacles now, yes, they are challenges that we've got to overcome, but the time is right now because we've got the clarity, we can see the vision, we know where we want to go, we know what we want to achieve. So therefore, when we're in that frame of mind, those obstacles don't seem so unsurmountable as they perhaps did previously. So it's a time to face the challenges because the challenges that we go through always improve our lives. Okay. We grow, we develop from the challenges that we have to overcome. We learn key and vital lessons that we take forward into other experiences that we eventually encounter. But summing up, those thoughts that you've been having, those ideas, you're now getting the clarity for them and you've got the determination. Go forward into a new year, new chapters, new beginnings with the determination to overcome those barriers and obstacles and see them as life lessons rather than problems. Okay. I manage a team, and whenever somebody in my team says to me, we've got a problem, I'm really annoying. I always correct them and I say, no, we haven't got a problem. We've got a challenge. What's today's challenge? Okay. Because if you reframe your way of thinking, those barriers, are less daunting if we see them as a challenge that will help us to grow and to develop. So the time is now, guys, to go after what it is that you've been thinking about for some time.
That was really nice. Well, I'm going to take us from an ace all the way up to the 10. I've got the 10 of cups for us.
Oh, nice.
Um, so we've started out kind of like we always do with new challenges, not problems, with new challenges. Yes, Simon. Um, we approach them with our intellect first. Um, through like in the journey from ace through 10, we connect. We deal with the challenges that come up, and we really kind of learn to connect with what it is that we're doing. Say it's our job, or say it's whatever, a new relationship. We approach it first as intellectual beings. Through time, we learn to connect to it emotionally, and that's what we see here. If we can kind of apply the advice that Simon's just given, regarding the ace and regarding the challenges that come up, we can really kind of learn to, um, we can gain this, not just the intellectual fulfillment, but the emotional fulfillment as well. The kind of so that we quite often might think of this as being like the happy families card, which I would agree with. But if you think about like the feeling, I know that not everyone has a happy family experience. I appreciate that. But if you think about your own, whether it's your blood or by your chosen family, if you think about that feeling of joy and connectivity that you get when you're around just the people that you love and the people that you care about, that feeling is what is represented in this card, and that's the opportunity that it kind of depicts for us. I just a quick look at the just the little, well, I suppose you might call it the little white book that comes with this deck rather than the big book, but I think the story it's not one that I recognised. It's Julnar and the Seaborn. It's an Arabic tale. and it's Julnar is the female that we see depicted here, and it's all about Julnar's journey to find a husband, and eventually they do, and they get married and they're happy, and we see rising from the sea Julnar's family. I believe this is meant to be Julnar's brother rising from the sea, rising from the subconscious to celebrate and be happy with Julnar. So yeah, apply that advice through the challenges, and we get ourselves not just to the to the intellectual fulfillment, but also to the emotional fulfillment. That's there's something deeper to it. There's that connectivity that we get with sticking with something all the way. So yeah.
Awesome. I'm just going to try and find a link as well, because someone's asked what your channel is. So I'm going to, I put it in the comments, but I'm going to try and post a
Thank
link,
you.
unless somebody can
I
beat me
think
to it.
Jenna's posted some sort of link. It might be mine. But thank you very much.
I posted it anyway, just in case that wasn't the link that Jenna sent, but it's the link to Chris's channel. So there's a couple there. So do click on, give our Chris a sub if you're not already subbed. He does amazing content, and as you just seen there, is a really really good and thorough tarot reader. I could listen to Chris read cards all night. So
Thank
my
you.
highlights from the year was when I came on and did a roundtable reading with you, Chris. I've
Right.
watched it a couple of times since, because the question I asked was quite pertinent at the time, and then I wanted to watch it a couple of times to digest the information. But yeah, do give Chris a sub, because he's really good.
Thank you so much. I'm blushing. Can't tell because I'm Scottish and I'm Peely Wally and the lighting doesn't help, but I am blushing, I promise you.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of the holidays, and we will see you soon. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.
Bye, everyone.